Alright, here we have Cat. Play for fun as a blue cat, submitted by Pub Preco. It was made in Unity, and it was just a solo dev. So, go ahead and go to this page. You play as a blue cat, try to cure the enchanted forest from the vile plants. Arrow keys to move. Okay. Space key to jump. Left shift to dash, and E for interacting. This is a weird setup, to be honest. My hands are all over the place. Alright, well, we'll give it a go. Nice little funky beat. That's a weird switch. Alright. Well, let's play. Alright. Nice little animation. I like it. The jump sound. It's a bit high-pitched, for my liking. Maybe it's also a little too loud. You might want to reduce the volume on that if you want to keep the jump sound. Okay, no coyote jump. Did I take damage? Thought I was supposed to jump on the head. Oh god. I should... Yeah. Okay, that's better. I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place. Yeah, I'm taking damage. Just try this again. Yeah. If you're gonna have head jumps, you definitely do not want to take damage so consistently like that. So that's something I would work on fixing, whether it's creating separate hurt boxes, or, you know, adjusting it so it's more forgiving to the player. Alright. Interact, I believe, is Z. Some cool feedback on the ladder. Or the elevator. Now, I'm not sure how I feel about this, how dark it is, but we'll see how it goes. Ooh. Does that come back? Okay, good. Alright. Another thing is, if you're gonna have like this artwork, plain colored rectangles kinda, well, they definitely stick out. Your UI, for example, sticks out a bit, but that I'm not too concerned with, but I would be with these. Press Z to attack, once I pick it up. Okay, that's a weird attack animation. And if you spam it, you just stay in that state. Hold X to block. Oh, down X to block. Or hold down X to block. Holding it down, but... That's odd. It's not working for me. Oh! there something over here? No. Okay. Yeah, gotta go up these. Okay. I liked the buoyancy of the water. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go next. Do I need to backtrack? We'll try one more time. Oh, the elevator doesn't go back up on respawn. That's something you should look into. Does dashing hurt these people? Nope. Or it does, but it also hurts me. Whoa, what was that? Okay, so... like... that's my fault. You should watch out on, like, what happens on edge cases like that. I'm holding shift and kind of sticking on the wall. Which I guess is okay, but when you have like a... you gotta watch out if you're like planning an obstacle, like a series of obstacles, and someone might be able to cheese it. Okay. You can air dash. Okay. That's what I'm missing. Oh, that hurt. Aw. Yeah, I'm pressing over right now, and I'm just staying. I can just slowly fall. Alright, I need to jump before I dash. Another piece of feedback, you know, sometimes it's not even necessary to have a jump sound. It just depends on what kind of feeling you're going for. I think visually, that's enough of a cue that you're jumping. Oh. Oh. Couldn't do it that way. Okay, I need to be up at the top. Oh, never mind. Try again. There we go. Okay. I'm either locked or... I'm soft locked for sure, but maybe this is the end. I'm not sure. I'm gonna try and get unstuck. Isn't really working. But I think I got a pretty good idea of how your game plays and how I'm gonna rate it, so let's get to that. Okay, So let's start out with the 3. Okay. So let's see. Enjoyment. It was pretty simple. But that's not what affected my enjoyment. I think, the inconsistencies with the jumping on enemies um, lessened my enjoyment. I feel like if where I got stuck was actually the ending and I didn't miss anything, I feel like should have let the player know. But I think that's more of an execution issue than enjoyment. Um, Overall, I think you have a solid foundation. So I'm gonna go with 2 stars. Because I can't say, yeah, I enjoyed this. I feel like I can say, if given a little more time, I could see where could be very fun. So I think that's where I'm at on enjoyment. Um, Execution, yeah, I would say the biggest factors against you were um, the jump sound either being too high pitched, too loud, or maybe you just don't need it. But what it currently is kind of distracting and a little rough on the ears. Um, I feel like if I hit the end, um, probably should have told me in some way, whether it was going to the main menu or you know a just sign on in the game that just says end of demo or end of game as for now. Um, the controls Actually, the controls affected enjoyment too, but I'm gonna keep it at 2. I'm not gonna change the rating. I would really appreciate gamepad support because the key setup, like that was the first thing I noticed when I was reading the page was that, I've got my right hand on the arrow keys and my left hand with a finger on shift, what was it, exit to attack, um, shift to dodge, E to interact. Um, I would have to double check, but it's a really weird setup. So if you don't do gamepad support, then do an alternate key setup so that people who play with WASD keys for movement feel a little more comfortable. Like I would feel comfortable with um, E still being interact. It could be dash, but you know, E's good for interacting. Um, Maybe K and L. Um, K for attacking, L for dashing, or move it over to the left one set of keys. Um, I think that would feel better to me. Um, but once again, that's enjoyment. And I'm not going to dock you for execution for not having an alternate key set. So yeah, I think execution wise, I'm going to give you 2 because you also had this you put priorities on certain things and the other elements were just like screw it, let's just throw in a rectangle. um, and if I didn't mention it before, uh, the hitboxes were a bit off. So yeah, 2 in execution. Sensory, I'm going to keep as a 3, even though that jump sound really sticks out, because everything else, seemed to fit. I could say that it's a 2 because you included, just basic rectangles, but I'm not going to do that. I get it. Um, but you should be aware of that in the future. Um, the music may be a little too loud, but it fits with what I was seeing, I think. Um, I would I would check out the main menu theme because that switch threw me off. Um, but yeah, you get a solid 3 in sensory. Metroidvania, you know, you do progress through power-ups, but it's very linear. I'm pretty sure I didn't see any other way to explore. I mean, I would have to play it again just to double check. Um, but I felt like I was always going in the right direction. There was no, do I need to backtrack or not? Um, there was only one instance where I had to walk all the way to a wall and be like, okay, I can't go that way. But that was just like a couple of seconds. Um, so definitely not a 3. Um, a 2, you know, I already covered the, backtracking and linear. Um, so besides that, I don't think it's a 1. I think it's a solid 2. You have a good foundation to continue working with. Um, I just think that it needs to be a little more planned out in terms of rooms and exactly how the player is supposed to backtrack and does it make logical sense that they do it that way. It's really easy to just throw that to the wind when you're doing these jams. I've done it before. I kind of did it this time around. But yeah, I think you have a really good base, understanding of what you want to accomplish with this game. Um, I liked the art. Um, the attack swing was weird. It wasn't much of a swing. But and also I couldn't get the block to work, and I'm not sure if it was one of those instances where you have to wait until you're about to get hit and then block. There was no indication whether or not that was the case. So I think that also goes into execution, but I'm not going to change your rating. So yeah, overall, a good foundation. I hope you keep working on it or use it as inspiration for a new Metroidvania. Definitely just keep working at this, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the jam. Oh, I gotta make sure I save my rating.